As similar and overlapping as our lives can be, every single person has a different story. Aspects such as culture, race, tradition, social influences, and economic status all play into a person's progression through the chapters of their lives. Their experiences and series of past events, both good and bad, becomes their history, which has shaped them into becoming the person that they find themselves to be today. The things that have happened to them in the past are their history. The events that are occurring in their life now is their present, and the path that they take from there on out is their future. Together, that makes their story. The history concept, paired with a teaching learning process from the Just Practice model, gives stories meaning in the field of social work. Because what does history do, if not teach us about mistakes or triumphs that have happened in the past to help us move forward? This is where social workers come into the picture. The role of a social worker, especially the role that is taken on by those working with the Department of Children and Family Services, is all about storytelling, history, and moving forward. Under influence of social norms and beliefs, it is easy for a worker to turn a blind eye to a family's history and give in to the stereotypes that exist for those who have become victim to their own story. As a social worker in this field, I have been able to use the history of a client to understand why and how their story has led them to the point in their lives that they are now. We strive to help clients learn from their history so that they can keep flipping through the pages of their lives independently, knowledgeably, and happily. For this reason, I have made it a point for myself to always practice the ethical principle of service. Regardless of a person's history, I have always made the effort to go into the initial meeting with an open mind and an unbiased opinion. By integrating their history into the chapter of the story that they are currently in, I feel that I am able to have a better understanding of what has led them there, what they are going through, and what needs to be done in order to best help this family. This makes the history and teaching learning process whole. It is being receptive to a person's history to guide our knowledge about how that story has shaped them, and then reading between the lines of the fine printed text to analyze, evaluate, and intervene to ultimately help them move on to the next chapter in their story. Having the opportunity to work with so many families at DCFS, learn about their history, and explore their possibilities of progression allowed me to grow into a more well-rounded social worker. I feel that I will be able to move forward in my career with a better ability to assess the client's history and realize that even as a social worker, I will continue to learn throughout my career, even through my own clients.